Breaking news is happening right now on 12 News at 10 o'clock this Sunday night. In the last 45 minutes, we have learned that a one-year-old toddler has now died after being hit by a car in East Phoenix this afternoon. We've been staying in contact with Phoenix police since we first told you about this investigation earlier tonight on 12 News at 5:30. Police have identified that child as one-year-old Legend Hayes. Investigators say that a family member was moving an SUV after running errands this afternoon. That's when that relative hit little Legend. So far, no arrests have been made in the case. Police have also not released the name of the driver. We'll continue to follow this story for you throughout the night at 12news.com and have the very latest for you tomorrow morning bright and early on Today in AZ starting at 4:26. That tragedy coming just one day after Phoenix police say that someone plowed through an Ahwatukee intersection, hitting an 11-year-old girl and then simply drove away. It happened at the intersection of Desert Foothills Parkway and Chandler Boulevard. Tonight, that little girl talking only to 12 News about exactly how it all went down. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra speaking with her just a few hours ago. And the big question, Gabby, how is she doing tonight?
Well, Jonathan, that girl is recovering at home, but still shaken up. She tells me she's shocked the driver didn't get out to help her, but thankful to the people who did. It's a weekly tradition for the students at Kyrene Altadena Middle School to walk to McDonald's after the last school bell rings.
It's usually just safe and having fun.
Last Wednesday, it was anything but safe and fun for 6th grader Leah Garza.
This is probably the first time I'd walk down to being someone getting hit from crossing the road.
Garza tells me she was only a few footsteps into the crosswalk at Desert Foothills Parkway and Chandler Boulevard when a car came barreling toward her.
I see this guy coming really, really fast, and I knew I was going to get hit one way or the other. It was horrible.
Veronica Hansen says she watched as the car ran the red light, hitting Garza with the hood of his car.
Her shoe literally went flying, and I could see the road rash already starting.
Hansen got out to help, but the driver who hit her didn't.
He just took off. Yeah, after he screamed at her, he just took off. Like he was annoyed that she was in the way of him hitting her with his car.
Garza's mom is thankful her daughter's injuries weren't worse.
I feel lucky because my daughter, it's okay.
But she wants whoever did this to be held accountable.
It hurts my heart. It broke my heart because it's my child. Or anybody's child can be. How can you do that to a kid?
And Phoenix police tell me they don't have the details yet about what type of car the person was driving. Witnesses tell me they saw it as a dark four-door sedan with out-of-state license plates. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Phoenix police. Back to you, Jonathan.
All right, Gabby, it is good to see that those people were there on the spot ready to help her. Let's hope that police can find that driver really quickly. Gabby, thank you. Meanwhile, for the second time in a little more than a week, a Phoenix police officer is attacked and injured on the job. Tonight, a rookie officer only with the department for 6 months is recovering after being stabbed in the neck twice. Overnight, that officer was called to a trespassing call at the QT near 17th Avenue in Bell. Police say as the officer was escorting the suspect off the property, that's when the suspect stabbed the officer. Tonight, that officer is recovering in the hospital with serious injuries and is expected to be in the hospital for several days. Police say the suspect is also being treated for other injuries not connected to this incident, but will be arrested once he's released. So far, police have not released the names of the suspect or the officer. 12 News tonight working to learn the name of a driver arrested after driving the wrong way and crashing head-on into an Arizona trooper overnight. This scene unfolding in Apache Junction on the US 60 off-ramp at Idaho Road. We're told the trooper stopped that driver from driving into oncoming traffic. The trooper and driver not hurt. The driver now facing charges of DUI and endangerment. Tonight, Glendale police are searching for answers in an overnight double shooting near the Westgate Entertainment District. 2 men taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators say this scene may have started as an argument between the shooter and one of the men. Police tonight still searching for that shooter, but say they have not released any details on exactly who they may be looking for. Police, though, say that the incident is not connected to any Final Four events. Meanwhile, a man and a child are in critical condition after a weekend fire. Late Friday night, fire crews were called to an apartment complex near Indian School and 70th Avenue. Officers said they arrived to find smoke coming from a downstairs unit and found the pair inside. Both tonight recovering at a local burn unit in critical condition. Investigators, meanwhile, are now trying to piece together exactly what sparked that fire. A man is also suffering life-threatening injuries after being hit by an SUV earlier this afternoon near 83rd Avenue and Indian School. Police say they found that man in the street and the SUV that hit him nearby. The driver, though, did not seem to be impaired. We're told the man was taken to the hospital where he is still being treated for his injuries. Tonight, police still trying to investigate this scene. Developing tonight, a nonprofit organization that works with foster care families has now become the target of thieves. A representative with ASA Now tells 12 News that Tuesday, those thieves arrived to their property with a U-Haul truck, broke into a storage box, and took off with nearly $30,000 in items.
A lot of it was just basic necessities like clothing, socks. There were 2 bounce houses. There was new bikes that we give to children for their birthday parties or for their birthdays. We're asking the community to rally around us and support us so that we can raise funds to amp up our security and to replenish our supplies.
Anyone with information on this theft is now urged to call Mesa Police. Tonight at 10 o'clock, lawyers are now one step closer to picking a jury in Chad Daybell's murder trial. The Doomsday author is charged with killing 3 people, including his wife Lori Vallows' 2 children who once lived here in Arizona. 12 News I-Team journalist Erica Stapleton has been following this infamous case for more than 4 years now and has a look at where we are at finalizing the jury.
Jury selection started Monday for Chad Daybell's murder trial, and all week long, the attorneys have been whittling down the hundreds of people that filled out questionnaires. That magic number they need is 18. Potential jurors in Boise being questioned.
Do any of you have any kind of bias or prejudice either for or against the defendant, Chad Guy Daybell?
For Chad Daybell's triple murder trial, he's accused of killing his wife, Lori Vallows' 2 kids, Tylee and JJ, who used to live in the East Valley. He's also accused of killing his first wife, Tammy Daybell. Lori Vallow was convicted by a jury in the same case last year and sentenced to life in prison in Idaho.
Lori?
She's currently being held in jail in Maricopa County, where she faces additional charges for conspiracy to commit murder. Back in Idaho for Chad Daybell's case.
Is the defense ready to proceed? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Daybell's been in the courtroom as potential jurors come in, the proceedings being live streamed, unlike his wife's trial. The questions have been about how much media coverage the potential jurors have seen.
Does anybody here believe everything they hear on the internet?
Lawyers and the judge are also asking about the death penalty.
So is there anything about your view on the death penalty?
A penalty Chad Daybell could face if he's convicted in this case. By the end of court Friday, the parties narrowed the pool down to more than 50 potential jurors. Starting Monday, each side will start striking jurors out until they get the 18 who will advance on and hear arguments. 12 will ultimately deliberate, and 6 will be alternates. Erica Stapleton, 12 News.